I'm not about to sacrifice Historias. I can't tell anyone about this. So, what should I do?
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's React. I'm Kenny and this is Montana.
And today we're going to be reacting to the season finale of Season 3 of Attack on Titan, The Other Side of the Wall.
What do you think of that title?
I mean, it's everything they've been dreaming of their entire lives and everything we want information on. So I pretty much can't wait. There are a million thoughts running through my head right now.
And we've never been outside of Walmaria.
No,
ever.
the only thing that we know is that at the sea, there's that wall where they dump the Titans and that's where Titans are created. Do we know if they're still doing that? And they're going to be able to see where that happens.
See where that happens.
Shut up.
Anyway, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you're excited to see us complete Season 3 of Attack on Titan. If you can't wait and want to see the first few episodes of Season 4, including episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, check out the Patreon linked in the description below where these episodes are currently posted. Also, comment down below which anime you would want us to watch next. We've heard Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Death Note the most, so please vote between those two which you'd want to see. If you have an outside choice, feel free to comment it down below, but if you have a particular interest in any of those two, please make sure to let us know. I think that's about it. Are we excited to watch the season finale of Season 3 of Attack on Titan?
Absolutely.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go.
Dunderheads, this video was brought to you by the incredible members of the Let's React Patreon. If you want access to a ton of exclusive perks, check out the link in the description below. Have a good day, Twinkle Toes!
You have to see this through. Complete your mission and save Mikasa and Armin.
Mikasa? Armin? Who are they?
I don't know. They aren't from my memories.
In the book, Season 3, Episode 22, The Other Side of the Wall. Here we go.
Our foe is the world. That information should stay in this room. If it became public knowledge, there'd be chaos.
Yes, I concur. Regrettably, we can't let this get out till we fully grasp the situation.
Shall we deceive the people once more? That's what you're suggesting, right? That we keep our citizens complacent and blind as the late king did? If we do that,
break the cycle.
Then by what ideals did we oppose King Rice? What right did we have to seize his crown?
Then let's announce it.
Wow.
It's only fair. This is information that the people once knew before my predecessors stole it from them. As the people of the walls, all of us will share the same fate, which is why we must now unite as one and work together.
Queen Historia. So it's in the paper. They all know.
Imagine reading that.
The monstrous titans that have menaced us so are in fact human. They're known as subjects of Ymir, or Eldians, and we share a common ancestry. When our king erected these walls 100 years ago,
sorry, why is Levi in a suit?
Using Titan powers, so as to make us
fresh.
Why are they
beyond the
doing
walls,
this?
Humanity had gone extinct. In truth, there are countless people
Had to get a
beyond
few
the
more
walls.
simp counters in
But
there.
when it comes to us subjects of Ymir,
He looks
they
good in a
believe
suit.
that we are a race of devils. In the near future, the enemy will invade our lands in order to obtain the resources beneath us. Their plans began 5 years ago, when they used the colossal titan to breach Shiganshina.
I know the article's already published, but is all of this as credible as you claim?
At the very least, it addresses most of the doubts and questions that we've had this whole time. I know it's not the truth we would hope for, but it's what we have.
The only people who can turn into Titans have Eldian blood.
Yep.
So that means that Rhina, Bertolt, Beast Titan, Annie have to be Eldian. And they just are tools for the Marlians. I feel like the only way that it's possible to make someone act and do the things that those four did is like holding your family hostage or like threatening someone really, really close to you. Forcing someone to be a murderer, and it's all four of them, that's a lot. There's a warrior program. If they hate Eldians and they just don't want Eldians to exist, then the Eldians that are in Marley, what's their plan with them? And they're the only potential bargaining chip with the four Titan shifters who are working for the Marlians, or like get rid of all of the Eldians inside of the walls, and then they'll free the Eldians who are living in the camps. But they have no reason to believe that. They're terrible people who are literally keeping people in camps.
I know it's not the truth we would hope for, but it's what we have.
Appreciate it.
So, how are people taking the news?
It's a mixed bag. Some just accept it, some laugh it off, some lash out at the military and insist it's all a great conspiracy.
This is what you thought.
Just as you feared, things have become somewhat chaotic.
Makes sense. But there's really no helping that. It's our job to explore and report our findings. The taxpayers can treat that information as they will. That's something we've improved since the king was deposed.
I couldn't be prouder of the work you've done.
Huh?
Not only as a citizen of the walls, but one working stiff to another.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Then why don't you fluff us up a bit in the next article you write?
God. Down bad.
I have to ask, what happens to us now? We've looked at the Titans with fear, with hate, with the wish in our hearts that they would disappear forever. And now we've learned that this is how the people of the world look at us. We're not human to them. We're monsters. They'll attack us, just as they did before. Why wouldn't they? This hell will repeat itself.
Don't like that
until
sound.
the last of us are dead.
All right, well, that's a bright outlook. Yeah, no,
Eren was
things
like, I'm
look
going to
really
kill all the
terrible.
Titans because they're monsters. That's how they're being viewed by the rest of the world.
Yup, seems like there's literally no way to fix it or change anything. Everything is bad and will continue to be bad.
Well, if it isn't the
What?
brave heroes of the
Funny.
walls.
Oh.
Hitch, surprised you came.
I just
And
wanted to
Marlowe's
watch you
just-
guys get your medals.
I see. Marlowe was very brave, right to the end.
I know.
Isn't that right, Flock? You should tell her.
Flock is his name.
Yeah, sure. I rode right beside Marlowe. Just like me, he joined as an urgent recruit. But unlike me, he was brave and a natural leader. Our situation was hopeless. It seemed to us that the scouts were on the verge of ruin. Just as our fear was giving way to panic and despair, he stepped in and inspired us to push on.
Yeah,
He was an amazing person.
I know. And that's why. Well, it's probably why he never listened to me.
But in the end, I'm sure he wished that he'd never volunteered.
Thanks for that.
Why would you?
I'll laugh if you guys screw up the ceremony.
Oh.
Hey,
Why would
why
you
did you
Nice
tell her that?
going.
Because somebody has to speak the truth around here.
The fact that he's the colossal Titan.
I heard about what you did, Flock.
That's
How hard you
unbelievable.
fought to ensure that Ervin would
I
be
wonder what the
revived.
Colossal Titan's gonna look
That's
like
right.
now that it's Armin.
You should be dead, and Ervin should stand in your place. I'm not alone in thinking that. All of us do. Everyone who read that report had the same thought. Why wasn't Ervin the one that was saved?
What do you know about Armin to justify saying that? Not a damn thing!
Yeah, you're right.
Speak for
I'm
yourself.
not a childhood friend of his. Hell, I'm not his friend at all. But I can still tell you why he's the one standing here now. It's because you two got emotional and Captain Levi did the same. You made an irrational choice. You treated that
You don't
syringe
say
like it was yours
shit
and wasted
about
it.
Captain Levi,
He's
especially
alive
with
because
hair
you think
like
your
that.
friends are more important than the rest of us.
All right. I think it's time you
Can
shut
someone
your
please
mouth.
punch him?
Eren, I bet even at your core, you're always completely certain that you're in the right. That's why you wouldn't give up. You're like a little kid who won't listen to reason.
Eren, just leave him be, all right?
This is not a good time in Eren's
At
life
least
to be talking to him
Mikasa
like
acted
that.
like an adult out there.
Oh my god.
I saw her give up in the end.
Jeez, what the hell's wrong with you two?
Hey, Flock. Let's not do this during a memorial for our fallen comrades.
What's done is done, so there's no sense in dredging it up again.
As for you two,
Flock has no
you
right.
might not have acted
Literally
against your
none at all.
superiors, but you didn't try to stop Eren and Mikasa either. You didn't do anything but watch. Medals? For what? A memorial for who? When you guys start rebuilding the Survey Corps, you better tell your recruits the truth. Or else you'll just end up with cowards like me in the ranks. What the hell are we supposed to do now that we've lost Ervin? I know that I'm just fodder. I understand that my life is expendable, but still, I should get to call it like I see it. And to decide if this cause is worth dying for.
I think Flock is right. Commander Erfin's the one who should have been saved. Maybe he could have turned this situation around. I can't, though.
But there's nothing you can do now.
But any thoughts on what just happened?
I think he's expressing what a lot of people are feeling, but what's done is done. So arguing about whether or not it was the right choice, especially at a memorial, is just tactless.
Yeah,
and rude.
And he did say, I know I'm only fodder, so he does have the right to question, but like, the Colossal Titan would still be standing if not for Armin. Armin killed it.
And like, there's no way for him to know that, so he's saying he knows better than Levi?
He's saying Levi got emotional?
Come on.
Just, I hate Flock, I'll be real. This is the last interaction I've seen with him, but I hate him.
Yeah, not a fan.
I love how he was insulting everybody left and right, but when he mentioned Levi got emotional, that was where he drew the line.
Okay, because he's wrong.
Let's reveal your shirt real quick. What does it say? Is it Levi's? Is it possessive Levi's?
It is.
How can you be so sure of that? I don't know what choice was right, so I won't pretend to. None of us know what the future might hold.
Well,
I
don't know about that one.
Imagine. Think about it. If we rode straight from Walmaria, what would we find?
The sea.
Yeah, that's right. We'd find the sea. A place we've only dreamed about. Water that glows like fire, fields of ice, giant rocks that take days to climb. How can we be sure of anything when there's so much we haven't seen yet?
Thank you.
On the other side of the wall, freedom is...
Oh, no.
All right, you brats. It's time. Line up.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Oh, no. Oh, we're gonna pause it here.
Hi, Ops. Come say hi.
Oh,
there's the
Appa.
boy. Hello, honeybee. I love you. Come on.
Oh, come on.
There we go. Here, you can put your little feet there. Here, hold your foot. Okay, there's the boy.
First time fitting him in the frame.
Big yawn.
Oh my god, if we could watch like this, I doubt he will stay. He's being such a cutie right now.
So cute all the time.
Here we go. Queen Astoria looking amazing as usual.
Yeah.
What did we find in that cellar? Was it hope?
I know.
Or was it just despair? Our enemy is tremendously powerful. If nothing changes for the better soon, that calamity will only repeat itself. I'd give up my life in a heartbeat if I was certain that in doing so, I could make a difference. But I'm not about to sacrifice Historias. I can't tell anyone about this. So, what should I do?
Oh boy.
I'm an Eldian who came from beyond the walls. I'm a subject of Ymir, just like all of you. King of the Walls, I beg you, kill the Titans attacking Walmaria. Please, before my wife and children before thousands of your people are eaten alive.
Eren?
Just the physical contact with Historia was enough for that memory, not memory, to come back.
Hanji's executioner from Hell, which had been crushing Titans day and night, went silent just as the snow began to stick.
Wow.
Months later, when the snow started melting, the military formally announced that Walmaria had been cleansed of Titans at last. By the time the elevators on Trost's walls were freed for use, and work had begun on paving the main road, there were flowers in bloom, and butterflies dancing between them.
So spring came, and they're
right.
retaking Walmaria.
Maria's
with
refugees
lands.
were finally permitted to return to their homes. Roughly a year after what had been called humanity's first victory in Trost. And so, 6 years after the Colossal Titan's first devastating attack, the Scouts resumed their expeditions.
Wow.
Exploring the world beyond the walls.
They can actually
once again.
scout now.
Yep.
CGI.
It's just as you thought, Hanji.
Beautiful.
Most of the Titans had already gone inside Walmaria.
So there are
Fall had
none.
wiped them out, and it only took us a single year.
Then let's push straight forward.
So they're not still
exactly
doing
as we
that to
planned.
people. The Marlians aren't still.
Either that or the rate isn't enough to be enough Titans.
Longer hair.
Bird motif. Everybody looks gorgeous in this section.
It's gotta be so freeing to ride without needing to... Oh, shit. Well, just kidding.
So one actually showed up? Let's take a look!
It's over there.
Oh.
Doesn't look like it can move much.
Even with those limbs, it still tried to drag itself to the wall, bit by bit.
Hey, careful! It was shipped to paradise, which means it's a fellow patriot. Let's go. We're close.
So they have to be close to wherever they're transforming people because that thing could not move very far, so distance-wise.
People speculate that was a baby that was turned into a Titan.
No!
And that's why it doesn't have anything.
Stop it!
Yeah. Eren said a fellow patriot.
Mm-hmm. So he's identifying as a patriot now.
That's what Grisha called himself.
Mm-hmm. So he's carrying that on, thinking of the Titans as one of you who something really bad happened to rather than than the enemy is like a really big growth moment for him specifically, but also just like in general, the way they perceive them.
Just hang on! Is it okay to leave this here? Shouldn't somebody kill it? Shit!
Well, that's kind of handy that it left a little trail.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here we go.
New biome.
Mm-hmm.
They probably are like, what the heck is this?
Well, those look like the dunes right by the wall, yeah.
Can you imagine seeing that and being like, oh my god.
That's unbelievable.
Right?
I'm sure of it. This is the place where they turn the Eldians Titan. Which means just up there.
Oh, they're gonna get to see the sea.
Look at Eren's face.
Yeah. It's gotta be crazy having been there before, but not really.
But like, did you see Eren's face there?
Mm-hmm.
But it's in the picture.
Yeah.
Full of salt water? Huh? What could that be?
Hey, Hanji, you shouldn't touch it. It might be poisonous.
A shell. Don't they look beautiful in this scene?
Mm-hmm.
You see, Eren? It's just like I told you. A body of water so big that merchants could spend their whole lives and still not get all the salt out. That's what I said we'd find. And now it looks like I was right. Yeah. The sea. It's so damn big. Yeah. Hey, it's like you said too. On the other side of the wall. There's a sea. And just across that sea, freedom's waiting. That's what I always believed, at least. But I was wrong. I know what's waiting across this sea now. It's our enemies. Everything we've seen has been exactly as it was in my father's memories.
Are those abalone?
Hey. If we did cross the sea, and we killed our enemies, after that, would we finally be free?
And that is the end of Attack on Titan Season 3.
Wow.
First thoughts?
That's incredible.
And then the paths.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is post-credit scene.
That shell is really interesting.
Right? And that is the end of Attack on Titan Season 3. It is over.
Incredible.
It's 28, 29. I know how many and where they are now. Still.
Well, he's strategic.
Another wall. I'm sick and tired of all these walls.
We have made it to Season 4.
Wow. That's unbelievable. That's like 60 episodes.
Yeah.
Wow.
First thoughts.
That's incredible. I am so glad that Armin got to see the ocean.
Right. If anybody got to see the ocean,
it had to be Armin. I would have died if they made it to the ocean and Armin hadn't been there for it. Like, that just would have been so cruel. So I'm glad that this show gave us that at least.
But what do you think of him saying, if we went across the sea and killed all of our enemies, would we finally be free?
All right, I'm going to make just a wild comparison, and I don't know if this is what they're going for. That shell that Armin picked up, 99% sure that's a hermit crab shell, or at least a shell that a hermit crab could use. Now, the way hermit crabs work, they're born as these little things, right? And then they find one shell, and then they wear that shell around as protection until they outgrow the shell. And then they find an empty shell that seems like it would be the right fit, and then they transfer shells, and they just kind of keep moving to bigger and bigger shells. I think it's a wall metaphor of you just keep getting a bigger and bigger containment. The walls are always there. The sense of freedom never exists because the thing that's preventing you just becomes different and bigger and more complex and tough to deal with. But if it's not the walls, it's the island. And if it's not the island, it's the rest of the world hating you. Freedom is not something that they're going to be able to attain as easily as they thought they were going to be able to when he perceived that the only obstacle between him and freedom was the Titans. And if we kill all the Titans, then we'll be free. And that just isn't true. And that realization sucks.
Yeah, but it begs the question. If they went across the sea and killed all their enemies, would they finally be free?
In a perfect world, sure, but that's never going to be reality.
We'll discuss it further soon, but before we do that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you enjoyed this series and Season 3 as a whole. It was really great to show you this amazing piece of art. We are very excited to start Season 4, and we're going to do so immediately with Episode 1 coming this Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to go ahead and see the first 5 episodes, if not more, of Season 4, check out the Patreon linked in the description below where they are already posted. These are the ones we have posted. We have a lot to discuss, but before we do that, where are we headed?
All right, let's go to the episode verdict.
Thank you for watching that episode. For now, we're going to go to questions given to us by our Patreon members. If you want to ask us questions, join at any level and start asking. For now, let's go to question 1. Well, first I'll ask, Alan Cooper asks, do you think Eldia will be free? Will they have to kill their enemies like Eren says, or will they find another way to be free?
I don't think that they're ever going to be able to reason with people who perceive them the way that the Marleyans perceive the Eldians. So I do think that in order for them to achieve freedom in the way that they're thinking about it, they're gonna have to kill them. I don't think the Marleyans can coexist with the Eldians in a way that is gonna be satisfactory for the people who were once within the walls, you know?
Okay, I think that we'll leave it at that. All right, let's go to question 2. Jenna the Bread Queen asks, Eren has been through more than anyone should ever have to, especially for how young he is. Compared to his optimism prior to the Battle of Shinganshina, at the beach, he seems like a different person entirely. Do you think Shinganshina and the basement revelations were the last straw or something else?
Yeah, I think he's kind of come to the conclusion that this isn't gonna be as easy, or not necessarily easy,
simple,
but as, like not complex as he thought. Because when it was just kill the Titans, that's a very like singular mission, right? That you just do that and then you're good and everything's fine. And that's just not possible. And it's really hard to be optimistic when you know that your best case scenario still involves so much work and it's just infinitely more complex than anyone could have thought possible.
Yeah, and so there's that. And then something I'll say, which I don't know about because I've only seen up to season 4, episode 7. I think he changed after he touched Historia's hand.
Interesting.
I think he potentially saw, okay, what you said was, if like the Attack Titan can see the past and future, can Eren just see how this ends or like see how this goes? I think he may have seen it.
And saw that it just didn't work.
Yeah, but I think even then he's still like, I still have to go there. Like, I think it's an interesting viewpoint. I'm excited to see more of it in season 4.
Yeah.
The other key to that, and I wanted to mention this earlier, but I wanted to make sure, when he's like, it's another fellow patriot, it makes me think that like he's seen what he becomes or something.
Interesting.
And you know what I mean? So final question, a little bit lighter of a question. Chris Hahn asks, what do you think of the animation style kind of changing and making the characters look even more ethereal and brighter when they're in a different environment like the sea? And what did you think of that whole last scene?
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I'm a big ocean gal. I'm from Monterey, California, which that's where Big Little Lies was filmed, right by Big Sur. It's the most beautiful place in the world. Like Pebble Beach, 17-mile drive, like that's where I grew up. So the ocean is just like being near the ocean. I think it just changes someone. And the fact that they're finally free to experience it without this fear, I think the way that they animated them just so captured that.
Oh, so
it was
gorgeous.
God, it was so well done and so beautiful. And I think also just the way they've been living without having to worry about the Titans constantly and being able to explore it just is like genuinely making them happier, which is so great to see. I mean, they so deserve it. I mean, like everyone looked happier other than Eren.
See, that's why I think it's a memory thing, because Eren like didn't even get excited when he saw the sea. Everybody's like, whoa, and his face is just like, which makes me think that he's read the manga. Like he knows what happens. Like
Interesting.
I think, and that's why he's so down. Like I don't know. It's just they distinctively show him just being nothing.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But
yeah,
the
really interesting.
last question I'll ask you, it's a dual-edged question.
Okay.
Final thoughts on season 3, if there's any, and then what do we think going to season 4?
All right. Final thoughts on season 3. I cannot wait for season 4. They just cracked the entire thing open, and now I'm just desperate to see where they go with this.
Funny
it
how
was
they
so
somehow
well done.
Isn't
oh
it
my
funny
gosh.
how somehow they have you saying that at the end of every season?
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, now there's endless
Now it's
possibilities.
crazy. Yeah, and they just keep doing that. So I can only imagine. Actually, I can't even imagine. I have no idea what they're gonna do. So moving on to what do I think they're gonna do? I think there's gonna be some exploration as Armin as the Colossal Titan, because they haven't touched that, and that has massive, massive potential.
Colossal potential, one might say.
Wow. I think they're gonna try to explore, so they're gonna need to build boats. They're gonna have to figure out, there's like a river, so they have boats, but like ocean boats. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna have to try to build some of those. I wonder if they're gonna have some sort of like Titan in the ocean thing, because like if a Titan were to swim, they would probably be able to go much faster and a further distance. Like, could they explore the general area? I mean, there was nothing within like their vision, so like nothing on the horizon, but it could be just beyond the horizon. You know, the Marlians were making trips with their ships regularly enough that Titans kept being produced. It can't be that far.
Yeah.
You know? So that's kind of where I am. I think we're going to go to Marley.
Yes, well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. I think that's about it for this season. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed that season or are excited for season 4. That's starting this Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't wait and want to watch the first 5, if not more episodes of season 4 now, they're posted to the Patreon linked in the description below. Join now to see episodes early in their extended uncut forms and ask us questions after every episode. I think that's about it for season 3. Are we excited for season 4 of Attack on Titan?
Can't wait.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go. Yeah, baby.